Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen really quickly and my sound. You can see this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, like I said on the phone, ma'am, you don't have to get anything, but if you do see something you like, you can get it today. Not only would you be getting an amazing product, but you'd also be helping me out towards my goals, right, of getting those scholarships and everything. Now, at the end, I'm going to show you three of our largest sets: the ultimate for people that have to cook, the signature for people who like to cook, and the homemaker, which is our most basic set, and it's the best value for the average everyday family, for people that have to cook, right? Now, Mrs. Gray, I'm going to ask you to buy one of these sets. If you say no, don't worry, I won't be offended, right? But if you say yes, you'll have the greatest set of knives in the history of the universe for the rest of your life. Now, more importantly, I'm only able to work through referrals. So my ultimate goal for today is not for you to buy a bunch of things that you don't need. My ultimate goal for today is for you to like me and Cutco enough to recommend me to some of your friends. Now, Cutco is awesome. You can buy sets or pieces, and we have tons of accessories and gifts. We also have interest-free monthly investment options, so that you don't have to pay for it all at once. So just so that I know, Mrs. Gray, do you cook because you have to, because you like to, or because you love to?
I'm the one that buys all the food and makes my brother cook and his family. But no, I do tend to do like meal prep on the weekends for the week, just because
Nice.
the week is so hectic.
Exactly. I've been wanting to do that actually, meal prepping, because, more times than not, I find myself in the office being busy with all this type of stuff, doing multiple presentations in one day. And so, I've been thinking about meal prepping because I think it'd be like way more efficient
Yeah,
and way more
that's
cost
the way to
effective as well.
go. Because otherwise, all you eat is junk food.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something I'm trying to do as
Or,
well. Not only like the
or
goals I have for work, but also for my health in terms of that.
yeah, or takeout, which is even worse because it hits you in the pocketbook.
Exactly. So either way, you're going to love Cutco. So the first part of my presentation is going to be a short video that shows the quality of Cutco. And then after that, I'll show you some of the pieces in our most basic set. So a few things to know about the video. These are all real customers. Some of them have had a Cutco for decades, and then Notice It Forever guarantee. That's what makes us a top selling brand in North America. So let me go ahead and let me play this video for you really quickly.
I think we got 9.
You can hear that, right? The sound is good?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Awesome.
Knives
Yeah.
on a wedding. They didn't last the test of time.
I cut things and saw through the tomato, and it's starting to mush underneath me.
It seemed that they got dull very quickly. Sometimes we just couldn't find the right knife to do what we needed it to do. But since we've got Cutco, we have the variety of knives. Each knife really does something different.
When we first picked up the knives, we could tell the difference. We weren't used to having such sharp blades, the tools working like they were supposed to.
We actually use them so frequently, I can't put them away. It's just part of our kitchen now.
When it comes to preparing food and cooking meals for your family, a set of sharp, dependable knives in your kitchen can be the difference between cooking because you have to or cooking because you want to. With the right knives, food preparation is a breeze. With the wrong ones, not so much.
I can't compare the Cutco to any knife that they sell in a department store because I've tried them all. The only knives I have are Cutco.
With preparing meals for 10 people 3 times a day, I need a knife that I know I can go to that has the quality that's going to work every time, and Cutco does it for me. Cutco quality is #1.
Since 1949, for millions of families across the country, the right knives are Cutco knives. Cutco knives are made right here in America, always have been. And today, hundreds of Cutco team members craft each knife with an artisan's eye for quality and detail. This level of craftsmanship is one of the reasons that every Cutco knife comes with a forever guarantee, a powerful promise we've stood behind since our founding in 1949. That means your Cutco set will be the last set of knives you'll ever need to buy. 10 years, 20 years, even generations down the road, Cutco will sharpen your knives and replace any defective item for free. No one else does that because no one else is Cutco.
They stand behind their product, which is very rare. And they're an American company, which is even better.
It's a lifetime warranty, so I did have the experience of having it once replaced with no questions asked.
Warranty on a knife that we've had for over a decade, and we've had a couple knives replaced that have been damaged. It was very easy.
Cutco can make this guarantee because of the unique patented design and the meticulous multi-step construction process that goes into its knives. It's what makes Cutco unique and a cut above all others in quality, durability, and user satisfaction. Cutco puts each blade through a 3-step heat treating process, creating the best balance of hardness, flexibility, rust and stain resistance, and edge retention. After that, the blade is meticulously polished to enhance rust resistance. And then comes the secret to Cutco's sharpness and durability, the exclusive Double D recessed edge. This process creates a series of 3 razor-sharp edges on the blade, with pointed teeth that protect it from contacting surfaces that might dull the knife. The Double D recessed edge allows the blade to cut forward, backward, or straight down with equal ease. You can cut virtually anything, which makes food preparation easy, fast, and fun. Here's proof of how sharp a Cutco blade is. This is a tough piece of leather, and using a regular kitchen knife, even a brand new one, cutting it is practically impossible. Now, watch what the Cutco table knife can do. Notice its rounded design for added safety, and no rivets, so it looks great on your table. But can it cut? Can it ever?
Sharpness is everything. The product from Cutco is head and shoulders above any other knife that I've ever used. They do exactly what I want them to do for me every single time.
Here's something you might not know. You may already own an incredibly expensive set of knives. Ever seen a kitchen drawer that looks like this? Loads and loads of knives, most of which you never use because they're too dull or aren't right for the job. That's money wasted. A lot of money when you add it all up. It's actually much more cost-effective to invest in a set of quality knives. Knives that come with a forever guarantee. Knives that are designed for every conceivable kitchen duty. Knives that you'll be happy to use every day. Let's take a quick look at a few of the most popular knives in a set. If you've ever tried to cut a tomato with a dull knife, you know how frustrating and messy it can be. The Cutco trimmer makes quick work of tomatoes, oranges, apples, cucumbers, great for sectioning grapefruit and oranges. Easily trims and bones meat, poultry, and fish. It's even a great bar knife for lemons and limes. This versatile knife is a star of your set, and one of the key reasons Cutco won About.com's Reader's Choice Award for Best Cutlery Brand.
The trimmer. I love the trimmer. That's my favorite knife. I use it when I'm cutting up salads and if I'm trimming a steak.
I use it for my meats like chicken, roast. I really use it for everything. So it's a pretty multi-purpose knife.
Ready to do some chopping, dicing, slicing, and mincing? The Home Chef now has a classic knife at their disposal, the Petite Chef. Just place the tip on the cutting board and rock the blade, using the back of the blade to do the cutting. When done this way, you feel as though you're cutting air.
My favorite Cutco knife is the chef knife. Just cutting the lettuce when you want it super fine or really chopped really fine, it makes cooking a lot easier.
It has the nice long blade and chop quickly. I don't think I realized how efficient that would be.
And now, the knife that's more than a knife, the Cutco Spatula Spreader. It's the world's premier sandwich and bagel knife. Spread mayo, cream cheese, or jellies. No muss, no fuss. Cut cakes with ease. Serve up neat, appetizing portions of lasagna. Slice up a pizza.
By far, my favorite knife is the spatula knife. Great for sandwiches.
You can cut the bagel, then you can scoop the spread. It's all with one tool.
Finally, let's look at a knife you probably won't use every day, but when you need it, you'll be so glad it's in your set. It's the renowned Cutco Butcher Knife. It may look intimidating, but use it once and you'll wonder how you ever got along without it. Heavy duty and tough, it easily segments and trims big cuts of meat and disjoints poultry. Watch it go through a squash, pineapple, even a watermelon at a single pass.
Butcher knife, great for cutting meat. Just goes through it like crazy.
It's so easy to get around. You don't have to worry about the heat because it has that length.
Having the right knife for the right job is like having the right club for every shot, the right tool for every task, the right shoes for every occasion. With the right set of Cutco knives, your work goes faster, better, and is a lot more rewarding. With Cutco knives, cooking is fun. Beyond that, using a dull knife, especially for the wrong purpose, is a serious safety hazard. It's been proven that most kitchen accidents involve the knife, especially a dull knife. That's because people force dull knives and use them improperly in order to get them to cut, and that's how accidents happen. Sharp, safely stored, and properly used knives are a far safer choice and make your kitchen a much more enjoyable place. All the knives in your Cutco set are guaranteed to be sharp forever because we'll sharpen them for free, anytime, anywhere, no matter how long ago you bought them. How sharp are they? Watch this. This is the Cutco Petite Carver. Our customers have given this knife a 5-star rating on Cutco.com, and no wonder. This is a length of thick rope. It's tough and fibrous, like a big roast. Now watch this. If it can cut rope like this, imagine how easily it will glide through your toughest cutting jobs.
Other knives I had to saw through and saw through. With Cutco, I have not had to do that. They stay sharp. I have been 100% satisfied.
It's clear that a Cutco knife set is the premier choice and the most important set of tools in your kitchen. So now let's talk value. Remember that every knife in every set is American-made in Cutco's own facility in upstate New York and is completely covered by Cutco's one-of-a-kind forever guarantee. These are knives that will last for your lifetime and beyond. Nobody else offers that kind of value.
The Cutco knives made a huge difference in our kitchen. For 15 years, we've had the same set of knives. Everybody talks about the good quality and the sharpness of it, how long it stays sharp. I know that we've gotten our money's worth out of those knives.
Remember, too, that Cutco knives are made of the highest quality materials. The handles, for example, are not wood or cheap plastic, but thermal resin for far greater strength, dishwasher endurance, and long-term durability. They won't crack, splinter, chip, or absorb grease. Wooden handles can become bacteria breeding grounds, and cheap brass rivets quickly discolor and show their age. Cutco exclusively uses corrosion-resistant nickel-silver rivets for the utmost in appearance and durability. This customer favorite has a 5-star rating for a reason. Strong and versatile. You can use them in the kitchen, the garden, anywhere. Cut everything from delicate herbs to that ridiculously tough plastic packaging your regular scissors just can't handle. And the heavy-duty blades separate for easy cleaning. How powerful are the shears? Strong enough to easily cut through this penny. Your Cutco representative is ready to answer any questions you may have and help you choose the set that turns this into this and this into this. Thanks for choosing Cutco. American made, forever guaranteed.
Alrighty, pretty cool. So I'm going to start by showing you some of the pieces in our most popular set, which is called the Homemaker. Now, Mrs. Gray, you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that over a lifetime, sets are much better value. It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of safety and efficiency. We also have 2 larger set options for customers who love to cook called the Ultimate and the Signature. These are how the Ultimate and the Signature look like. These are our 2 biggest block sets, again, for people that love to cook. But first, I'm going to start with the pieces in our most basic set, which is called the Homemaker, like I said. It is our most popular set, and it has the minimum number of tools to do 100% of the jobs in your kitchen as efficiently as possible. It's the best value for the average family, and it starts with your paring knife. So let me go ahead and play this video for you real quickly. So this is Cutco's air knife, that's what we call it. It has a long handle, it makes peeling and paring comfortable. You'll use this for small jobs in the air like apples, strawberries, bananas, oranges, avocados, potatoes, pretty much all those different types of things. You would rarely ever use this one on the cutting board though. That's why you have your trimmer. So let me go ahead and show you that one. So once he starts cutting it, you're going to see how smooth this one is and how you'll never smash a tomato ever again. This is your small utility knife for small fruits and vegetables. So it's also great for cucumbers, oranges, lemons, and limes. And it's also really good for slicing raw chicken into strips and for cutting up steaks and smaller meats like fajita and chicken and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Gray, what would you see yourself using the trimmer for?
Chicken.
Chicken, definitely. I use it for, we actually used it like a couple of days ago for meat chicken, and I used it for the chicken. It shreds right through it. So awesome. I also use it for my steaks. Very, very awesome knife, also for fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Now, everybody loves the versatility of the trimmer, but it's never used for spreading or serving. That's why you have your spatula spreader. So the wide, flexible double D edge on this piece allows you to cut, spread, and serve sandwiches, bagels, lasagna, and cake. It's also perfect for getting peanut butter and jelly out of a jar with super smooth spreading, or getting brownies out of a pan. A lot of people really like this knife. They like the fact that you're only really getting one knife dirty to do all those different types of jobs. So I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Gray, what would you see yourself using this spreader for?
The pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what caught my eye in the video.
Yeah, so the pizzas, cakes, brownies, lasagna, conventional stuff like making sandwiches and stuff like that. And it's also a knife, so you can use it to cut as well. And with that flexible blade, it has a really, really good flexibility for spreading, as opposed to, you know, the stiffness in your regular butter knife and everything like that. Now, you would never use this knife for large meats or large vegetables. That's why you have your petite carver and your turning fork. So let me show you that one. So this is your large utility knife. This is your everyday meat knife for chicken and small roasts. It's also really good for large summer fruits and tough vegetables. So look at how it just glides right through this pineapple. Now you can buy pineapples pre-sliced and cut, but they usually run around $6 to $7 at the grocery store, as opposed to just getting the entire fruit, which is $1, right? And look at how efficient they make it look. Now the turning fork has 3 sharp tines, which makes it easy to turn meats and vegetables and to get things out of jars, like these pickles you see right here. Another cool thing I like to call the petite carver, I like to call it the everyday cookout knife. So do you guys barbecue every now and then?
Yeah.
Cool. So I like to call it the everyday cookout knife. You would use it for your barbecues, fajita chicken, pretty much all your meats. And if it can cut through these super tough fruits and vegetables that you see right here on the video, it can definitely cut through all the tender meats that you guys are going to be making. It's the knife that you saw in the video that can cut through the piece of rope. So extremely sharp, make super precise and clean cuts. And very similar to your trimmer that I just showed you with that double D edge, it stays sharper longer, and it's sharper than most of your regular straight edge knives. Now, none of the pieces that I've shown you so far are used for larger foods though. That's why you have your butcher knife. So let me show you the butcher knife. Now I like to call this one Dad's favorite knife, the husband's knife, right? This heavy duty knife disjoints large meats. It's also great for melons and squash and for separating frozen foods like hot dogs and hamburgers. So do you guys buy watermelons every now and then?
Oh yeah.
Definitely, right? So I like to call this one the watermelon knife. We used to get a watermelon like every 3 weeks to a month or so. Now we get them at least once a week. We kind of made it a tradition to get a watermelon at least once a week because of how efficient and how easy the butcher knife makes cutting it, right? Now, I do like to call it Dad's favorite knife, right? Because you can also use it for your cookout needs. So you can use it for the bigger pieces of meat, like ribs, and for chicken wings that it can cut through bone. It's extremely sharp, but it's also super heavy duty. So let me go ahead and let me show you the bottom video so you can see how the butcher knife works on some meat. So you can see right here with the ribs, just melt right through it. Now the butcher knife is not a chopping knife though. That's why you have your petite chef. So let me show you that one. So notice how in the video that the knuckles are not going to touch the cutting board. Because of the high knuckle clearance, it makes it comfortable and safer for dicing, mincing, and chopping. This delicate chopper is great for the 6 S's, so soup, salad, stir fry, stew, stuffing, and salsa. Now, chef knives are for chopping, never for slicing. That's why you have your slicer. So this one is the best bread knife in the world. The long double D edge makes it great for cutting cakes and for shredding lettuce and for slicing boneless meats like big pieces of fajita and brisket. Now, I don't know if this has ever happened to you where you're cutting bread, like on pasta night, you're cutting a French bread, right? And you kind of just smush right through the bread because the knife is just too dull. Yeah. So with this one, never happens, right? The bread keeps its shape, super duper sharp, really dependable, has the long blade, so it has clearance for the bigger pieces of meat and for the bigger pieces of bread, obviously, right? Now, this knife is not for anything with a bone. That's why you have your master carving set. So let me go ahead and show you the master carving set. So this one's like your spare tire. You're not going to use it every single day. You'll be glad that you have it in your set when you do use it. Now, I know you mentioned you guys barbecue every now and then. Do you guys host family dinners like Thanksgiving and Christmas too?
Yep.
Yeah, so not only is it good for your barbecues, but you'd also use it for your special occasions like Thanksgiving and Christmas for your turkeys, your hams, your roasts, pretty much all your bigger meats. And having both forks in the set is important because the turning fork picks up the food, like the one you saw with the pickles, while the carving fork that you see in this video holds the meats down. So you can use it for barbecues or special occasions, right? And you're holding the meats down. And it's wide enough to go around the bones. So can you see how over a lifetime, Mrs. Gray, you're basically going to be using every tool in the basic set? Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So to complete your set, your table knives are used for every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The wide blade and the rounded tip makes it safer and great for spreading, but with the double D edge on it, it cuts like a steak knife. So we recommend at least 2 table knives per family member so that you don't have to wash them after every meal. So I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Gray, how many people do you have in your immediate household right now?
3.
3? Okay, cool. So we recommend for a family of 3 to 4 to have at least 8 table knives because they're not going to be clean all the time, right? You know that sometimes they're going to be in the dishwasher or in the sink dirty, so it makes sense to have extra table knives. I'm going to ask you this next question. What's the most amount of people you've had over at your house for a meal all at once?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like 20, 25.
20, 25. So you can just imagine it makes sense to have extra table knives so you don't have people fighting for the best knives in the house, right? You don't have to hide the Cutco set, right, for family occasions. Now let me go ahead and play this video so you can see how our table knives work on some tough leather. So this first knife you're going to see right here, regular serrated knife that you would find in most kitchens. You can see right here, even with all the pressure that they're applying, still not sharp enough and efficient enough to cut through that piece of leather. But you're going to see right here with the table knife with the double D edge on it, look at how quick and efficient it makes cutting the leather look. You can just imagine for chicken, fajita, steaks, right? All your meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just how efficient it's going to be, but also how safe it's going to be as well with that rounded tip design. Again, regular serrated knife, just not sharp enough for the job. But with the table knife, with the double D edge on it, not just one, but makes 2 look even easier than the first time, right? So our 2 larger set options, like I mentioned before, are called our Signature and Ultimate. The Signature comes with 10 table knives, and the Ultimate comes with 12 table knives. So it's perfect for the holidays or when you have company over at the house, or when you just don't want to run the dishwasher constantly, you'll have some extra table knives to work with. So I'm going to ask you a quick question, Mrs. Gray. It'd be pretty dangerous to have some really sharp knives floating around the drawer. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why our sets come with a solid oak wood block, which looks great on the counter. We also have storage trays for in the drawer or to hang on the wall. Now, our sets come with a free cutting board. It's important to use a soft plastic one because glass, granite, and marble cutting boards are too hard and will dull your knives. I actually had this one lady that already owned Cutco for like 5 or 6 years, and she told me like my knives are super dull. And so I asked her, because I like to think of myself like as a kitchen consultant more than a knife salesman. So I asked her what cutting surface you're using. She was like, well, I'm using a wooden cutting board. I was like, ma'am, you can just solve your problems right then and there. So our knives are supposed to stay sharp for long periods of time, but if you use a cutting surface that's not the soft plastic ones that we provide, for example, especially wood, you'll almost instantaneously dull your knives. So I know it's like a guy thing to use wooden cutting boards, or like it's a South thing to use cutting boards right here in Texas. So we recommend, right, to use the soft plastic ones so you keep your knives efficient, sharp, and they stay sharper longer, right? Now, to complement your homemaker set, we also have incredible gadgets. Our 4-piece entertainer pack has comfort grip handles, and of course, it's forever guaranteed for a lifetime. It comes with our 4 most popular gadgets all in one pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play these short videos for you one at a time, starting with the peeler. So I'm gonna ask you, do you guys peel carrots, potatoes, or cucumbers every now and then?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna show you how cool this tool is. So it actually peels in both directions, both up and down. So you can just imagine for all your peeling jobs, just how quick and how efficient it's gonna be for, you know, your carrots, your potatoes, your cucumbers. Just look at that, shreds right through it. Now the ice cream scoop. For live presentations, obviously we're not doing them live right now because of the pandemic, but for live ones, we would get ice cubes and put it in the scoop, and it actually melts the ice cube much quicker than your conventional ice cream scoop because the metal is made out of a zinc alloy. So for rock hard tubs of ice cream, it just glides right through. Look at that. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Now, the pizza cutter. Most people have pizza cutters in their household, but with the cheaper ones, the blade never really separates for easy cleaning. So it has pizza grease and cheese from like 10 years ago, which is nasty, right? With our pizza cutter, the blade does separate for easy cleaning. It's dishwasher friendly, so you can run in the dishwasher, or you can just clean it manually to make sure that you get all the cheese and grease off the blade, right? Now, the cheese knife. We actually like to call this one, it's actually our bestseller knife. It's our bestseller knife, and by design, it's actually one of the sharpest knives that we create at Cutco. So we call it the cheese knife, but it's really our moist, sticky, and starchy foods knife. So it's perfect for cheese, apples, potatoes, pepperoni, oranges, lemons, limes, cucumbers, you name it, right? All those different types of cutting jobs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to it because I know it does that sometimes where if it full screens, it kind of glitches on me. So let me go ahead and show you the video. There you go. So yeah, you would use it for all those different types of jobs. and the holes on the knife actually serve so that stuff doesn't get stuck to it. So I know when you're cutting potatoes or cheese and stuff like that, that it gets stuck to the knife.
Yeah.
This one it doesn't. So pretty cool. That's why a lot of people really like this knife, and it cuts the thinnest slices of tomato you've ever seen. So give me one quick second while I confirm with this lady. There you go. Okay, perfect. So let me review why so many people, especially, you know, your sister-in-law and your friend, Mrs. Guzman, and a lot of people from Zapata chose to invest in Cutco. So number one, you'll always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is guaranteed to last forever, so it would be the last set of knives you'd ever have to buy. Not only will it serve its purpose for you guys, but you can pass it down to your kids, and they'll have a dependable set of knives that are going to last them forever as well. So it's a generational set. And Cutco saves a lot of money. So most customers who buy Cutco actually eat out less. So if that saves $60 in a month, that's $720 saved this year. Over 25 years, you'll save $18,000 on not eating out and not eating fast food. And plus, you're going to be making meals for your families. You guys are going to be bonding at the dinner table with every meal, right? That's two positives. Now, there are several reasons why so many of our customers choose sets. So Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper as opposed to buying what you want piece by piece. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. And one thing I'm going to mention, because I'm in this competition for a scholarship, I've been doing insane discounts and crazy free stuff with every deal with all the people that I've seen thus far. So right now is the best time to invest in a dependable set of knives that's going to last you forever because of these crazy deals. Now, sets are also much safer because they come in a block or a tray, as opposed to just having your knives floating around in the drawer. And the coolest part about it, Mrs. Gray, is that we have interest-free monthly investment options so that you don't have to pay for it all at once, and there's no repercussions for jumping on a monthly payment plan because we're interest-free, right? We don't run your credit and we don't do financing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit this slideshow, and I'm going to show you the next one, and I'm going to show you a quick price comparison. So when it comes to high-quality cutlery, ma'am, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco is top rated, so we only compare ourselves to the highest quality brands. So I have a price comparison for our top competitors, Wichthoff and Chun. Have you heard of these brands before?
Say that again?
Have you heard of these guys before, Wichthoff and Chun?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So these high quality sets are made overseas, and they're two of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets which range in price, Wichthoff being the most popular of the two. Now the price for this Wichthoff set is $3,435. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,000, but there's some major differences between these two brands and Cutco. So number one, Wichthoff has mostly straight edge knives, so they need to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle. They're not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty's on manufacturing defects only. So think about it, Mrs. Gray. When are they ever going to manufacture a defective knife in a factory? Almost never, right?
Yeah.
So in comparison, Cutco has our unique wedge lock handle, exclusive double D stay sharp edge, and we have our 4-part forever guarantee, which includes our lifetime free sharpening. Now, Cutco owners will tell you it's at least 10 times better than any knives they've ever used before. Just considering the guarantee and the unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Wichthoff. So when something offers twice the quality and value and lasts forever, you would expect it to be twice the price. So at twice the price, you're talking about over $8,000 for a set of Cutco. So let me show you our ultimate set, which is twice as big. Now, if it was sold in stores, it'd be at a value of $8,000. So let me show you what you would get for that. So you would get all 10 pieces from the homemaker set. So the fork all the way down to the left, the ones that I've shown you so far, is what you'd be getting. You'd also be getting the Hardy slicer, the Rachel Ray knife, the vegetable knife for transport, the cleaver for your barbecues and your big stuff, the salmon knife for filleting and melons, the petite slicer for rolls and bagels, a boning knife, which is awesome for your raw meats, a cheese knife for the softer starchy foods, a 4-inch paring knife, 12 additional table knives, the super shears that you saw in the video that can cut through the penny, and all 3 different size cutting boards, small, medium, and large. Now, hypothetically, if you were considering a set, because we have 2 different handle colors. We have the pearl white and the classic black that you see on the top right and left corners of your screen. Which do you like, pearl white or classic black?
The black.
The black, yeah, they're really pretty. I know that your sister-in-law, she went with a set with the black, and I know Mrs. Guzman, She already had the homemaker set, and I upgraded her to the signature, and she absolutely loved that one as well. The black candles, they're really pretty. We actually have a set of the black candles as well. Now, the best thing about this set, Mrs. Gray, is that it doesn't cost $8,000. In fact, it doesn't even cost $4,000. The ultimate set is actually only $27.39 paid in full, but most of our customers, if not all of them, take advantage of the 5-month interest-free easy pay option, which is actually only $594 today, and that already includes shipping and tax. Now, as a buy now bonus, because I'm in this competition for a scholarship and I'm really trying to maximize my opportunity, if you get this set today, I will buy you a $600 shopping spree from the back of my book. That's more than the first payment. Now, ma'am, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you like to go ahead and try out the set today for a couple weeks risk-free and get your free gifts to go with that?
No.
That's no problem, ma'am. Now I'm going to ask you with this one, is it a little bit too big or a little bit too much?
It's too much, yeah.
Too much. Okay, cool. So let me show you our set for people who like to cook called the Signature. So it has the 10 basic homemaker pieces right here, right from the fork and on, the ones that I showed you. It has the Hardy Slicer, the Santoku knife, the cheese knife, the super shears, 10 additional table knives, and you still get all 3 different size cutting boards. Now, the best thing about this set is that it's less than the Wusthof set of $3,435. The Signature set is actually only $1,995, but most of our customers, if not all of them, take advantage of that 5-month interest-free easy pay option, which is actually only $433 today, and that already includes shipping and tax. Now, as a buy now bonus, because I am in that competition, I'm really trying to maximize that opportunity and get those scholarships and everything. I will buy you a $450 shopping spree worth of Cutco from the back of my book. Now, ma'am, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you like to go and try this set for a couple weeks risk-free and get your free gifts?
No, that's just too many knives for my needs.
Okay, that's no problem.
Of some that I already have.
Okay, cool. That's no problem, Mrs. Gray. Yeah, I completely understand with that. Now, let me show you our basic set. I think that one will accommodate you a little bit better. This is for people that have to cook. Now, this is the one that your sister-in-law, Mrs. Gray, ended up getting. And I think this is the one that Mrs. Guzman had as well before I upgraded her to the Signature. Now, this is, like I said, our most basic set for people that have to cook, called the Homemaker. Now, this one just has the 10 basic pieces that you'll use regularly that I went over in the beginning of the presentation. It also has 8 table knives and a medium-sized cutting board as well. Now, the best thing about this set is that it's half the price of the Wusthof sale price of $3,435. The Homemaker set is actually only $1,326 paid in full. But again, most of our customers take advantage of that 5-month interest-free easy pay option, which is actually only $289 today. $289 today, and that already includes shipping and taxes. Now, if you get this set today, ma'am, because I'm in that competition again, I really want to maximize my opportunity. If you get this set today as a buy now bonus, I will include either the entertainer pack with the 4 gadgets that you saw in the presentation earlier, or a pair of those super shears completely for free with the entire set. How does that sound?
No, I'm interested more in just a couple of items.
A couple of items? Okay, that's no problem, Mrs. Gray. Now, I don't want you to mistake my enthusiasm for Cutco as being salesy or pushy. I just really love the product, and I feel like everybody should have a chance at owning a set. So I just want to do a good enough job at showing you everything that we offer to see what works best for you and your family. Is that cool?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask you, would you really need all those table knives in that set?
No.
Probably not, right? So it doesn't make sense to be, paying all that money for table knives that you're not going to need when you're really just going to need the specialty knives for your cooking, right? So the reason why I ask is because we actually offer a set called the Homemaker Basic. It's basically the same as the Homemaker Plus 8, just minus the table knives. So the one you see on the right, this is the basic, right? Doesn't have the table knives, just the specialty ones you need for the cooking, right? So instead of paying $1,326, it'd actually be $1,049 paid in full. So instead of $289 today, it would only be $230 today, and that's already including shipping and taxes into that price, right? Now, if you get this set today, I can still include either the entertainer pack for free or a pair of those super shears, again, completely for free with that entire set. How does that sound?
Actually, I just want a few of your specialty.
Okay, that's no problem, Mrs. Gray. Like I said, I'm going to go straight into our starter set, if that's okay with you, just to see if that might accommodate a little bit better, because we have different options and everything. And then at the end, if it's okay with you, right after I show you all those things, I can definitely tell you, I can give you a quote on what exactly you liked. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to jump straight to our galley set, which is the perfect starter set, and it'll take care of all your needs. Now, as you can see, It has the paring knife for the air, the trimmer for the small stuff, a spatula for the sandwiches, a meat knife, a serving piece, a veggie chopper, and the bread knife. It still comes with the block, right, and a cutting board to go along with that, with a manual sharpener as well. Now, just imagine this set on the left without the table knives, because you said you probably wouldn't need them, right?
Right.
Right. So just imagine the block set with the specialty knives on top, right? The Galley Basic. So it's a few less knives for a lot less money. So I'm going to ask you, this is great. How many times would you see yourself butchering a chicken with that butcher knife I showed you in the homemaker?
Not very often.
Not very often, right? And would you really need 2 forks in the set if you've already got one?
No.
Not really, right? So it doesn't make sense to pay all that money for things you're not really going to need. And I'm going to ask you, with the 2 first sets that I showed you, the Ultimate and the Signature, do you really see yourself using all of those knives?
Nope.
No, right? So again, doesn't make sense. And it's perfect to start off with a starter set for people that just, you know, they need their set of knives. They're in a safe little spot, and you just get the ones that you need, right? The specialty ones. So again, few less knives for a lot less money. So instead of paying $13.26 for that homemaker set, you'd actually only be paying $9.57 paid in full, right? So instead of paying $2.30 today for that homemaker basic, the Galley Basic is actually only $162 today. Only $162 today, and that already includes shipping and taxes. Now I'm going to ask you a quick question, Mrs. Gray. What's the most amount of money you spend at the grocery store all in one go? $100, maybe $200?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for less than what you would, I'm going to ask you, how long does that usually last you? 2 weeks at most?
Probably.
Probably, right? So for less than what you would spend at the grocery store all in one go, for a price of $159, actually not $162, $159 today, already including shipping and taxes, you'd be getting a dependable set of knives that's going to last you forever, that you can pass down to your niece, your nephew, your kids, and they'll have a dependable set of knives that is going to last them forever as well. And if you get this set today as a bonus, ma'am, because I really am trying to maximize my opportunity in this competition and everything, I will throw in either the super shears or 2 of your favorite gadgets to go with that entire set completely for free. So how does that sound, ma'am?
That sounds a possibility.
That sounds like a possibility? Cool. So let me tell you.
It's still a bit more than what I need, though.
A little bit more than what you need? Let me tell you something, Mrs. Gray, because I think I know exactly what I can do for you today. So for people that really like the set of knives that they're looking at and they're like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea, but I just don't see myself using all the knives. What I like to do for people in your situation is I like to put them on a 15-day free trial. So you'd only be paying the $159 today, and upon receiving, not ordering, but receiving the product, you get 15 days to use it. So if you're not satisfied with some of the pieces, you can send individual pieces back for a full refund. If you're not satisfied with the entire set, you can send the whole set back for a full refund, including the down payment. So there's no repercussions for trying it out today to see if you would use all those knives. How does that sound?
It sounds, let me see what else you have.
Okay, cool.
In terms of,
so let me go ahead and jump into our starter sets real quickly, just to maybe see if these might work a little bit better for you, because these are perfect for people that really just have to cook and they need specialty knives in a nice little safe area to make sure that they've got the right knives for the right job for their cooking needs, right? So these are great for building up over time, and they make great gifts for family and friends. The Essentials Plus 5. So just imagine these 2 sets without the table knives, right? Because obviously you would just need the specialty ones, right? So the Essentials Basic, this one comes with the very basics, the paring knife, the spatula spreader, the turning fork, the petite carver and the chef knife, and the Studio Basic on the right. This is our smallest block set, but it comes with 4 great pieces. The paring knife, the trimmer, the petite carver, and the spatula spreader. We also have our tray sets, the on knife and the kitchenette trays. These tray sets are great for people who want to keep their knives stored in a drawer. So the on knife comes with the paring knife, the trimmer, the petite chef, the 9-inch carver, and the spatula spreader. And the kitchenette on the right, that one comes with the slicer, right, the bread knife, the turning fork, the petite carver, the paring knife, and the trimmer. So these 2 are tray sets, and the other 2 I showed you were block. So which do you prefer, tray or block?
they're the same tools?
They're the same tool. Well, some of them have different, I guess, different tools in the set. So if you want, I can show you again. Well, first, before I show you before I show you what exactly you'd be getting in each one, which do you prefer though, tray or block? Like as
That's why I'm asking, are the tray and the block the same? Besides the tray and the block piece.
So these tray right here, these are the knives that come in the tray sets, like I said, and then I'll show you the block ones so you can kind of just look at them. So the block ones, you'd be getting more or less the same tools, right? Like same thing as the all knife, you're still getting a petite chef and a carver and the spatula spreader, right? And in the studio, you're getting a trimmer, right? A paring knife and the petite carver with that spatula spreader. So more or less the same knives, just like different knives added in different sets. So just like a little bit of a mismatch on some of them, right? But in terms of storage options, do you like blocks or trays better?
Probably tray.
A tray? Cool. So let me just show you, because I actually sold this one yesterday, the On Knife set. This one's perfect for people that really just need a couple of knives for all their cooking needs, right? Because again, it doesn't make sense to get a huge set if you're not really going to be using all those knives. So On Knife is a perfect one, of course, that I like to recommend to people. And then we have the KitchenNet. So out of the KitchenNet and the On Knife, which one probably accommodates your family a little bit better and your cooking needs?
I'm thinking the one on the left.
The On Knife, yeah, it makes that one's really, really nice. Again, I sold that one yesterday to somebody from Zapata as well. Really, really good dependable set of knives. Really good customized set of knives as well. Now, this one, the On Knife set, the cool thing about it, ma'am, is that it's actually only $115 today. That already includes shipping and taxes, right? For a total of $519 paid in full. Now, if you get this set today, we can do two different things, two different options with this one. You can get free stuff, or we can do a discounted price. So if you were to go with the free stuff, it would be $115 today. And if you get this set today, I can do the super shears for free, or two of your favorite gadgets completely for free with that entire set, or we can do a discounted price. So would you be interested in free stuff or a discounted price?
I'd have to compare.
You'd have to compare. So let me tell you, if you were to do the discounted price, instead of $115 today, I can go all the way down to $95 today. Interest free, right, for 4 more months after the first initial down payment. That's already including shipping and taxes. So $95 today, or $115 today to get 2 gadgets or a pair of those super shears completely for free. So which one makes more sense?
Show me your gadget sets.
Okay, cool. So let me show you which ones you'd be choosing from. So again, you would have the liberty of choosing 2 gadgets. So from these right here, the selection that I'm going to show you right here, you get to choose 2 of your favorite gadgets from this selection. So it can be the vegetable peeler or the can opener. It actually has a magnet, so it lifts up the metal lids. Pretty cool. The ice cream scoop that I showed you before, the pizza cutter that I showed you before, the cheese knife that I showed you before, but this one has the rubber grip handle, right? And then the wine opener. So you would be able to pick 2 from there, or you can get the scissors for free if you were to go with the free stuff.
No, I mean like your little gadget sets. Like
the gadgets.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you also want to see the gadget sets. We have the like I said, the entertainer pack was at one of the gadget sets that we have right here. This one right here. Now I probably wouldn't be able to do this one completely for free with that set, right? But I can do other things, other deals, right? And we can do a crazy deal on that if you like, a gift set along with the knife set that you like. So again, this entertainer pack comes with the ice cream scoop, the veggie peeler, and the pizza cutter along with that cheese knife that you saw. That's one of our gadget packs, right? Or the main gadget pack, actually.
What other tools do you have?
Other tools. So in terms of, like I said, we have those super shears, right? We have the gadgets. We have some of these other items that are a little bit, like some of them are unavailable, right? Because our factories are in Olean, New York, if you know where that is, right? And, obviously, New York got hit pretty hard with the pandemic. So some of the other things, like the cooking utensils and stuff like that, they're unavailable temporarily. But for the gadgets, in the most part, those are all available, like the scissors and the gadgets and the entertainer pack and all that type of stuff.
Well, that's no fun because I had been looking for.
What were you looking for?
Some cooking utensils.
Like, for example, in terms of pots and pans, or in terms of like utensils?
No, like utensils, like those.
So we have a food press. That's one of them, right? We have the forks that we have. Now these are unavailable. These are the ones that are unavailable. So these wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, because my mashed potato peeler bit the dust. My mashed potato smasher.
Oh, okay. So we do have the food press. That one's good for mashed potato smashing. And I could probably do a deal with the knife set where I give you this one for free anyway. if you needed a new potato masher.
Go back to those basic knife sets.
Okay, cool.
The starter one or what? That last one you showed me.
So the all knife, right?
And those cost how much?
So it would only be $115 today if you got free stuff, or $95 if you went with a discounted price.
No, I mean total.
Oh, total $519.
Okay, and because originally I was just looking at, and I forgot what it's called.
I could probably tell you, like, like if
Yeah.
you tell me what they were used for.
The little spreader one, right?
Okay, spreader.
And then I was debating between two. One of them has a little hook thing, knife. It's like a paring knife,
Okay.
but the one with the little bird's beak on it.
Oh, the bird's beak. Where'd you see that one? Oh, you saw it in probably the ultimate of the signature, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The bird's
And
beak. paring knife.
then the third one I was considering was the whatchamacallit? The peeler.
The peeler. Okay.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, the vegetable peeler. You're talking about a knife, or you're talking about the gadget?
The gadget.
Okay, cool. So definitely. So one of the things, like I said, that we can do is, obviously I can do 2 of your favorite gadgets with this set, or we can do a customized set. So I know you like that bird's beak paring knife. So what we can do, because I don't want your knives to be floating around the drawer, if you pick 2 more knives, I can give you the 5th one for free, and I can buy you a tray as well. I will buy you a tray so that you have something to store them, because having sharp knives in your drawer is kind of like, without somewhere to store them, is kind of like weird. So if you just had 2 more knives, they don't have to be the most expensive knives in the book.
You actually answered my question. If you do custom sets.
Yeah, we can do custom. Definitely. We can do custom set, definitely.
Because you got that, what is it? That bird's paring knife, right?
Exactly.
Then it would be the spreader.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I mentioned that one. Ah, there you are. Let me zoom you in. Where are you? Okay, let me make you smaller. There you go.
Another one I like to recommend that's inexpensive and you're going to be using every single day is a trimmer. You're going to use that one for small fruits, vegetables, and all the meats, right? Steaks, fajita, chicken, all those different types of things. The trimmer, very inexpensive, very versatile. You're probably going to be using that one every single day. That's another one I like to recommend for people with custom sets.
Let's see here. Only because my other brother-in-law complains every time he comes to my house. He's like chef person.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, no, I could just imagine. I know my tios and tios are the same way. When they came to our house and we didn't have a set of knives, they're like, what are we supposed to cook with?
Yeah, because every time I get decent stuff, I give it away.
Yeah. No, with these, trust me, you're not gonna want to give these away. These are these are yours for a lifetime.
Okay, so you have the 2 3/4 bird's beak paring knife.
Yes.
You have the spatula spreader.
Uh-huh.
And then how many more?
And then you would just need to pick 2 more, and I'll give you the 5th one for free.
Ooh.
You can get the 5th knife for free.
Then it would be, let's see what this would cost me.
And I'll give you the quote on that to see how much it would be in full and what we can do on a monthly payment plan, because the cool thing about it, even if it's a customized set, I can still do a monthly payment plan interest-free for you.
What's the difference between the 2 trimmers?
The 2 trimmers, the Santoku and the regular one?
Yeah.
The blade design. So they're the same blade in terms of, the cutting one, right? But in terms of the design, the Santoku style trimmer, it curves downwards, and the regular size trimmer, or the regular designed one, it curves upwards. That's literally the only difference. There's no difference.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was
some
like, it looks the
some
same.
people like the one that curves down. It looks like a steak knife that you would see like at Longhorn Steakhouse and stuff like that. And then the blade kind of protrudes a little bit at the bottom. So a lot of people really like that as well for the steaks and for the chickens and stuff like that. But not like the biggest difference in the world. It's just really preference in terms of design.
Yeah.
They both cut extremely efficiently.
Put the Santoku on it.
Okay, cool.
And let me see here. I'm thinking,
Good, man. You can take your time.
just because I'm curious here. I'm looking at the cheese knife.
Well, the cheese knives are really good. I recommend to also have them in your customized set. Perfect for, like I said, cheese, potatoes, apples, pepperoni, oranges, lemons, limes, cucumbers. It cuts the thinnest slices of tomatoes you've ever seen. Extremely sharp and really good for all your dense foods. But there's different styles. That being said,
And
there's the
the
mini cheese
other
knife.
one, the other one I'm looking at is the 3-inch gourmet paring knife.
That one's also really good as well. We recommend, if you're gonna get a gourmet paring knife, we recommend the 4-inch one because the 2-inch ones, right, the 2-inch paring knife and the Bird's Peak one, they're kind of small. They're perfect for like strawberries and bananas and little stuff like that. But if you want to cut like apples and oranges, it's not the perfect size, I guess. The 4-inch ones though, those are perfect for apples, oranges, kind of like it's perfect size for it. You can literally go straight down. You don't have to meet in the middle. So those are really good ones as well to throw in there. To go with that as well.
Okay, let's go with the 4-inch.
The 4-inch paring knife. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So if you were to get these 4 knives, let me just go ahead and tabulate the different prices, and I'll tell you what I could do in terms of the free stuff. So give me one quick second.
Okay, which 4 are you doing?
So we're gonna do the paring knife, the 4-inch one, right? We're gonna do the Santoku style trimmer, right? We're gonna do the spatula spreader, and then the Bird's Peak paring knife as well. Okay, let me go back. So again, it's gonna be the 4-inch paring knife. It's gonna be the Santoku styled trimmer. It's gonna be the spatula spreader, and then it's gonna be the Bird's Peak as well. Okay, cool. So if you were to get these 4 knives for free, it would actually only be $100 a day. That's already including shipping and taxes and everything. And then just 2 more installments interest free. So the next one would be on September the 15th, and the next one will be October the 15th, right?
For a total of?
For a total of $295 paid in full. $295 paid in full for those 4 knives. And if you get those 4 knives, I will give you the mini cheese knife completely for free, so you can have one of those cheese knives to go along with it. And as a bonus, because I don't want you to have really awesome knives just kind of floating in the drawer like that, I will buy you personally a 5-piece tray so you can have your knives stored in a tray.
You're gonna get the tray and the little cutting board?
So no, you're getting the tray. You're getting the tray for free to store all the knives. I'm buying that for you personally, and I'm giving you the mini cheese knife to complete the 5 set, right? Because you're buying 4, I'm giving you the mini cheese knife to make it 5.
Yeah, and repeat the 4?
So the 4 is going to be the 4-inch paring knife, Santoku style trimmer, the spatula spreader, the Bird's Peak paring knife, those 4, and I'm giving you the mini cheese knife completely for free. And I'm buying you that tray.
And a plastic cutting board.
The plastic cutting board, the only thing with that one is that it would cost a little bit more bonus points, and it's not really in my range. You can purchase one though, and it's only $30 extra.
No más.
Only $30 extra. I mean, if you think about it, man, Mrs. Gray, if you use the wooden cutting board for all your knives, you're gonna be spending you're gonna be wasting a lot of time having to get the free sharpening from professionals, or having to like ship it back to the factory and everything.
Yeah.
If you pay $30 today for the cutting board, they're gonna stay sharp for like years. So.
Now the $1 million question is, I'm interested in your vegetable peeler. Is that stay sharp?
Stay sharp, the vegetable peeler?
Yeah.
So that one, it's extremely sharp, right? It's extremely sharp when it comes to peeling the vegetables. We don't offer sharpening for it because it never really gets dull. Like, it will never get dull on you because we're not using it on a cutting board or anything like that. We're using the peel stuff. But if in the case it ever gets dull or it's defective or it gets damaged or whatever the case may be, just ship it back to the company and we'll give you a free one.
Because
Like
I
a
go
new
through those. I go through those like water.
Oh yeah, no. These are not, your prototypical, vegetable peelers. This is like a lifetime guaranteed vegetable peeler. So number one, the reason why we make it lifetime guaranteed is because it's amazing. And it's an amazing product and it has the best materials. It's going to last you forever. And even if it didn't last you forever, we'd replace it completely for free anyway.
Let's see
Oh, yeah.
here. So that's for all your tools.
That's for everything. Everything that we offer at Cutco, they're all forever guaranteed for a lifetime. Free replacements. And if you ever, another cool thing that we add that like a lot of companies don't do, if you ever break anything from unconventional use, you use a knife to open up a bottle, you break the blade, we'll sell it to you for half the price. A lot of companies don't do that. You'd have to buy the whole knife again because like they wouldn't cover that. That's not on the warranty. And we do that because that's something that, we do.
Because I'm liking this idea of customizing because I like the small sets, but it's like, okay, some of the stuff I don't need.
Exactly. So it makes sense to have the 4 or 5 knives that you're going to use every single day. And then we can add in a couple of gadgets that really are pretty inexpensive. Like I said, the vegetable peeler is only like $40 something, $43. The medium-sized cutting board, which is perfect for, your cutting jobs, most likely you're not going to be cutting like huge pieces of meat, $30. And they're going to last you forever. So
yeah, I make the family do that. I just buy the food and they cook it.
Exactly.
When it's the big pachangas.
Exactly. So
much less work. Let me see here. I'm going through the pictures again on yours.
Okay, perfect. If you want, I can kind of see how much it would be if you would throw in the medium-sized cutting board and the vegetable peeler, and maybe I can do something for free. Maybe I can throw in one of those for free.
Okay, you do your math while I look.
Gotcha. Okay. You know what? If you get this set today, not only would you getting the mini cheese knife completely for free, and I'm buying you the tray and everything, you would just be paying for the peeler that you really liked, but I will give you the medium-sized cutting board completely for free. So you're getting the tray for free for your knives to store them. You're getting the mini cheese knife for free to add to your collection, your 4 that you're already getting, and I'll buy you the medium-sized cutting board as well, so that you can have something that you can use as a cutting surface. It's going to make your knives last forever and make your life a lot easier.
And what's the damage?
So the damage, you're only paying $15 more today. That's it. $15 more today. So it went from 100 to 115. So instead of, I believe it was 300 flat with the last one, you're paying 339 now.
339. Okay, you're talking my language here.
Perfect.
I'm staying in my budget.
Awesome. So how does that sound, ma'am? Would you like to go and get those knives today and change your life?
Okay, go back and put it back up big.
Okay.
And just go down the list. Okay, if I go down the list, I have the bird's beak paring knife.
Yes, ma'am. You have the bird's beak.
Then I have the 4-inch paring knife.
Yes, ma'am. You got the 4-inch one.
And then I have the Sanduku style trimmer.
Yes, ma'am. You got that one.
And I have the spatula spreader.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I get a mini cheese knife.
For free.
Uh-huh. And then?
You're getting the tray to store all 5 knives for free. I'm buying you that.
Uh-huh.
And you're getting the medium-sized cutting board for free to go along with that. And then you're just buying the vegetable peeler.
Okay. So let me go back to your list of gadgets so I can see the gadgets.
So you would be getting this one right here. You'd be paying for the vegetable peeler, right? This one right here. Gonna last you forever. And then you would be receiving a medium-sized cutting board, this one right here, for free.
Mm-hmm.
I throw it in for free.
That sounds pretty decent.
Cool.
I'm liking this idea. It's just, go back to the gadgets here. Okay, let's do this.
Awesome. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and let me write up your order real quickly. And then I'm gonna ask you for the knives that you liked. You said the black handles were the color that you liked, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and let me write up the order. So it's gonna be again the 4-inch paring knife right here, 2120 in black. It's gonna be the Santoku style trimmer, 3721 in black. It's gonna be the spatula spreader, 1768 in black. Then it's gonna be the Bird's Peak paring knife, 3120 in black. And then you're getting the mini cheese knife for free, 2164 in black. Free. Then you're getting the medium-sized cutting board. And we have a red and we have the regular white. Do you like the red or the white color?
Give me the red.
Okay, cool. So that one